Beijing, China has called for perseverance in seeking a political solution to the North Korean nuclear problem, in the wake of an escalating war of words between North Korea and Donald Trump. China's foreign ministry released a statement on Wednesday evening calling on parties to avoid the possibility of intensifying conflict or escalating the situation with words or actions. On Tuesday, Mr. Trump threatened to meet North Korea's threats against the United States with fire and fury and frankly power, the likes of which this world has never seen before. North Korea responded that it was studying a plan to attack a U.S. military base in Guam, after two U.S. B-1 bombers flew over the Korean peninsula on Tuesday. U.S. President Donald Trump warns North Korea during a press conference at the Trump National Golf Club. Photo AP on Wednesday night, Mr. Trump tweeted that he was modernizing the U.S. nuclear arsenal, which was now far stronger and more powerful than ever before. "My first order as president was to renovate and modernize our nuclear arsenal. It is now far stronger and more powerful than ever before." Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump, August 9, 2017. North Korean state media regularly make such aggressive claims to whip up patriotism. China has effectively urged both sides to pull back. Local news report on North Korea's missiles at the Seoul train station in South Korea. Photo AP. The Chinese statement said relevant sides needed to concentrate efforts on pushing forward to solve the Korean Peninsula nuclear problem as early as possible by returning to dialogue, which China said was the correct track. Mr. Trump's tweet, which spurred jitters around the globe, came days after a breakthrough vote in the United Nations Security Council to impose crippling sanctions on North Korea in response to two intercontinental ballistic missile tests. The latest sanctions would cut $1 billion from North Korea's biggest foreign currency export earners. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, center, watches the test launch of missile at an undisclosed location in North Korea. Photo AP. Significantly, and after sustained pressure from the U.S., China and Russia have backed the sanctions, which ban the sale of seafood, iron ore, lead and coal, and which take effect next month. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi said on Monday that China, as North Korea's biggest trading partner, would pay the biggest price for the sanctions, but it was willing to implement them. Experts believe North Korea may have the capacity to strike the mainland United States. Photo AP. China is particularly concerned at North Korea's nuclear tests and the risk of nuclear contamination. North Korea had unusually held a series of meetings with China and Russia's at the ASEAN Regional Summit in Manila on Monday, as its two neighbors pushed North Korea to move towards restarting international dialogue. But North Korean state media later publicly lashed out at the UN sanctions and blamed the U.S. Mr. Wang had asked his North Korean counterpart Ri Yong-ho on Monday to respond to a commitment given a week earlier by the U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson that the U.S. was not seeking regime change. Mr. Tillerson said Mr. Trump's comments would send a strong message to North Korea because he wanted them to avoid a miscalculation. But Mr. Ri had told media on Monday that North Korea's nuclear weapons and ballistic rockets would not be put on the negotiating table unless the U.S. gave up its hostile policy towards Pyongyang.